I know I'm mad late, but thank you here for when y'all stepped up in here. I'll give y'all a minute to come back, and then we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, Freedom Marchers. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the world. This is Tyrus Bane. Christ. Looks like I need to get a new little caddy for my phone. I'm so unprofessional. Give y'all a minute to get up in here. It is Saturday, December 18th, 2021. On my way to the farmer's market. Y'all know how I do. How y'all doing? So, this morning, I wanted to talk about a story ABL did where a judge in Louisiana, now mind you, this is a judge in Louisiana, right, who had her house burglarized. I think, I don't know if they were there when the place was being burglarized. I don't know. I think she was there. I think it was like a armed burglary or something. But she's watching the video footage of the burglary occurring, and she's talking to somebody, and she's steady calling these burglars the N-word, right? Steady calling them the N-word. Now, she was clearly upset. And you know, she was clearly upset and was taking it out on them. Rightfully so. You should be angry at people who are trying to break into your house, who's trying to take your shit, right? Anybody who's violating you, you don't want to treat them with kid gloves, right? You want to be an asshole to them, because guess what they're doing? They're being an asshole to you. They're coming at you, and they're taking something that belongs to you, right? They're trying to take things that belong to you. They're breaking into your house, and they're scumbags. They're pieces of shit, right? They are taking someone else's property, which is a crime. It's the wrong thing to do. You should not do that. But what's up with calling them the N-word, right? Why would she call them the N-word? Is it because they're black burglars? I would think so. Now, I don't care about words, right? I don't care about name calling and all that shit. All that does for me is exposes you for who you are, and I know how to treat you. But my feelings aren't hurt. I'm not like, oh, I'm not crying about it. It's not going to ruin my day. It's not going to give me PTSD. But I know that you are somebody that I can't fox with. You are, you feel, I can see the type of person you are, just how you responded to the situation, and my question is, are black people who don't rob and steal from others, are they N-words too? And let's say that you ran into a black person who didn't rob you, who didn't burglarize you, who didn't victimize you. Fucking idiots. Who didn't victimize you. Let's say, you got into a little argument in a coffee shop. Maybe maybe you cut them in line and they're like, hey, what are you doing? I was here first. And then you just got mad. Are they N-words? When you get mad at people, is it in your DNA? Is it something about you? Is it in your mind just to call people out their name? To call people the N-word when you're upset? Or is it just when they commit crimes? Like when do you call people the N-word? That's what I would question. And if you call people the N-word with the ER, what's the energy behind that? That's what I want to know. I'm not so concerned about the word itself. I want to know about the energy behind the word. What energy are you bringing with that word? What energy do you have that causes you to speak those words? And how would that energy be used in different ways? Do you apply that energy perhaps when you're sentencing someone? When you're sentencing somebody, are you applying that energy? Or when there's a bail hearing and the person's black, are you applying that energy when you set their bail amount? You see, these are things that I would question, not necessarily the word. And the word is important insofar as what the meaning is behind the word and what caused you to say the word, right? Like if you call me the N-word, I'm like I said, it's not going to hurt my feelings. I'm not going to die. But I'm going to look at you like, okay. I hope I don't have to deal with you in any other capacity than the way I just dealt with you that made you call me the N-word, right? So here's the thing with ABL. He did a video. And he proceeds to say in the video that he doesn't use racial slurs. He doesn't even cuss in his regular life, not just in the videos, but just in life, period. He doesn't curse. He doesn't use slang. I mean, not slang, but he doesn't use derogatory racial slurs or anything like that. And he doesn't agree with the word. But he understood, he said, why she would call them the N-word when they're victimizing her, when they're robbing her, right? And I'm like, why would you think that? Why would you have that exception? If you don't like people using the word regularly, why would you be okay with it? Because it's okay to be racist. Say, it's okay to be racist when somebody's committing a crime. Now, now, if you're committing a crime and you violate me, all bets are off, basically, right? All bets are off in the moment that you're robbing me, because I don't know what you're going to do to me, but I don't care about what you look like. I don't care about the color of your skin. If you're robbing me, you're robbing me. It doesn't matter what you look like. I might call you a piece of shit, like after you're laying on the floor bleeding out, and the police looks at the surveillance video, and I can say, and they're talking to me, and I'm running through what was going through my mind, and I'm like, man, look at this piece of shit. He really thought he had the drop on me, the bastard, the fuck nut. Those are things that I might say. Look at this piece of shit trying to rob me. Now you're dead, sucker. But if they're white, I'm not going to say, look at that cracker. Look at that cracker trying to rob me. Right? It's not going through my mind that, oh, they're this color or that color. Because I understand that not only black people rob people, right? White people rob people. Hispanics, Asians. It really has to do with whether or not you're in poverty. If you're impoverished and you're desperate, you're gonna do certain things. Or if you grew up in a certain way, you grew up in gangland, or you grew up around a bunch of people that's what they do. They rob, they steal, they do they slang drugs and all that shit. But that's not, those behaviors are not just belonging to one race, right? Because anybody can rob, anybody can steal, anybody can kill, anybody can rape, anybody can molest. It doesn't matter what color you are. So I'm not thinking about, I might be angry at the robber, but I'm not so concerned about the skin tone of the robber, unless I have certain mind frame, unless I have a certain thought process, unless I have a certain way of thinking, then I might come right out and say, look at that, look at them niggers. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a white person, or if it's a bunch of white meth heads or whatever, I might say, look at them fucking meth heads. Look at them fucking look at them crackers. Because meth heads, black people can be meth heads too. Hispanics can be meth heads. So I might say, if I have a certain way of thinking, if I had a certain mind frame, if I had a certain thought process, see what I'm getting at? I might say, look at them fucking niggers. And I might say it over and over and over again. Or I might say, look at them fucking crackers. And I might say it over and over and over again, like she did in that video. Right? But in ABL's mind, it's okay to be racist when somebody does something to you that you don't like. Now, we're talking about a judge. So if a judge, she might be a judge in a district or a parish or a province or whatever the fuck you call them things down there in Louisiana, them little cities. She might be a judge in a certain parish where it just so happens to be a lot of black people come through her court system. And so she has a certain stereotype in her mind about black people. You know what I'm saying? And maybe she's racist, so she calls them niggers. In her mind, she's like, look at these niggers. Here goes some more niggers. Here, look, I gotta send some more niggers. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what's going through her mind. That's what I wouldn't put it past her, right? But ABL is just thinking, oh, when you're mad and you're this and you're that, and somebody doing something to you, oh, that could slip out. It's okay. I understand that. I understand that. But we're talking about a judge who has a certain level of responsibility that has the lives of hundreds and thousands of individuals in her hands when they come before her. How do we know she is going to be fair when it comes down to doing her job and dealing with these alleged criminals, right? How do we know they're going to get a fair shake? How do we know the sentencing is going to be even and equitable across the board? We don't know that, because guess why? Because when she got robbed and there was a bunch of black people, she's saying nigga this, nigga that. So of course, people are going to scrutinize her and wonder, well, maybe she should be resigned, because she has a hell of a responsibility as a judge. And here she is, calling people N-word when they're doing something. Look, I understand, like I said, I'm not defending the robbers. I'm just saying, look at the energy behind the word. What is the energy behind it? The energy is, what was her energy? She was angry at a bunch of black people for committing crimes. But it's not just black people who commit crimes. People in general commit crimes. People in general victimize other people. That's the key distinction here. That's what we need to understand. It's not just black people. You might You might be a judge in a district where a lot of black people come before you, but that doesn't mean that black plus crime equals nigger. You know what I'm saying? Or black equals criminal. You know what I'm saying? So it's just very interesting to me. And then the reason she gave, I don't understand why people do this. The reason behind, according to her, saying that shit is because she was sedated or some shit. She was on sedatives. Listen, man, just own your shit. You got caught. We know what type of person you are. We know when you're angry at a race that's not yours, you, in your mind, they're niggers to you. Is there a positive spin that you could put on it? Like, when you say nigger, is it in your mind, is it something positive? Is nigger a term of endearment for you? Are we supposed to believe that it was a sedative? Really? Okay. All right. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But ABL, we know what type of person he is, right? We know he likes to pander to his white conservative base. This was the perfect opportunity to show how down for the white conservative cause he is. This is the same guy who said he's the one who said that the KKK wasn't so bad because they gave his grandmother candy and toys. Yeah. The local KKK chapter, the local KKK members, when he was a kid, when she was a kid, gave her candy and toys. So, the KKK, and that's all right. It's okay for ABL to have this viewpoint, right? Anybody can believe what they want. I'm not here to say you should or should not believe this or that. I'm not here for that. I'm here to simply point out the lack of logic, right? Just the dismissiveness of it. I just think it's very interesting how you could dismiss, a judge calling a bunch of calling some people the N-word simply because, well, they were burglarizing their spot. I'm not saying that she shouldn't be angry. I'm not saying she shouldn't feel a certain way about being robbed by these people. What I'm saying is, why the N-word, right? Why the N-word? What's up with that? So I just thought I'd come on here and I'd give my little 2 cents about it. And yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Y'all enjoy your day. After I get done with this, I'm going to go pick up my son and my nephew, and we're gonna kick it. We're gonna go see. They want to see Spider-Man, so I'm gonna take them to see Spider-Man today. I actually heard it was pretty good, so I'm gonna go take them to see it. No big deal. Anyway, let me see. Read a couple comments before I get out of here. Rashard Gibbons was good. Marcy T, what's up? Jade Miller said the problem isn't the word, the N-word, it's also the fact that she is a judge working for the state, which is problematic because we all know the court system can be a little biased and racist at times. This is how you know there's systematic racism in the justice system. Hell, our justice system as a whole is corrupt as hell. Yeah, so that's the thing. You have human beings. Human beings are flawed, right? They're not perfect. They're not infallible, right? And they're in charge of certain systems that other people live under, right? Very few people control millions of people. Very few people control the lives of and the system controls and dictates what millions and hundreds of millions of people are able and not able to do in their daily life, right? They come up with these systems, they come up with these rules, they come up with these punishments. And they're flawed human beings, right? They're very flawed. They're tyrannical, right? So it's important to point out this type of shit because it exposes how flawed the system is. Is she the only one? Is she the only judge? Right? No, she's not. She's not the only judge who believes that black people who do bad things, or what she perceives as bad things, or if she thinks that they're doing bad things, she's not the only one who believes that they're like niggers and there's a certain energy, right? It's about the energy. There's an energy behind using that word so many times with such intensity. It's not that she just said it once, oh, fucking niggers, you know what I'm saying? She said it with such intensity and so many times that you have to wonder, right? You have to wonder, what's up with this bitch? You know, you're a judge and here you are behaving in this manner, using this word in such a way. It's not that she said the word, it's how she used it and the intensity level at which she used it. So that's really what it is. And yes, she's part of a justice system that can be perceived as a racist justice system and a corrupt justice system in general. It's corrupt all across the board, but there are disparities when it comes to certain races of people. That's just a fact. You know, we can debate it, we can argue it. I don't care what nobody say. There is a huge disparity. It's been proven, and I actually proved it in a live stream, in a live presentation, maybe 2 years ago, right? Where I talked about that, maybe a year and a half ago, where I pointed out and I outlined the evidence that shows that the justice system is corrupt, right? Not only is it corrupt, but it's more corrupt in regards to people of color than white people. That's just a fact, right? That's just a fact. Just look at the number of people, look at the percentage of black people that get exonerated from prison. They get exonerated after 10, 20, 30, 40 years. They have, and it's 70%. 70% of exonerees are black. 70% of exonerees are black. You understand? And every time they catch a judge taking money to sell black folks to sell people up the river, right, to enrich the prison industrial complex, the majority of those people are black. That forensic specialist, I think she was out of Florida. The forensic specialist who faked 2,000 people's drug tests so that they can go back to prison, parolees and probation, people on probation, all of them were black. So what does that tell you? That forensic specialist is responsible for the lives of so many individuals that are tied to the prison system, that are tied to the justice system. So she's a part of the justice system. What she does, and how what she tests, and the results of that, the results of the test that she administers, has a lot to do with who goes and doesn't go to prison. So she's part of that justice system. Trust me, and it goes deeper than that. It goes beyond that, man. It's real deep. And that's the problem, right? That's the problem. And that's why I'm bringing this up. And that's why I say it's a problem that she used this word with such intensity, and she's a fucking judge. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, share, subscribe. Much love. Hit the like button, square button. What am I talking about? Share button. And, yeah. Let's keep marching forward toward freedom. Peace.